welcome back to Walking Movies. I am Nick. Today I am wearing my favourite hat, one of my favourite hats of all time, but it's actually a new hat, so it's also my newest hat and my favourite hat. So this is an NERD trucker hat. NERD are a band very important in my life. Wouldn't be where I am now without this band. But I never had this hat in yellow. I had camouflage green. So I managed to pick this up. It's a late birthday present. I had some money for my birthday, treated myself to a hat, and that's where we are. So I just wanted to give you some background on the hat because, you know, it's important. And you're here to listen about the film that I'm about to go and see, which today is M Night Shyamalan's Trap. Now, M Night Shyamalan, a director who is synonymous with the twist, and I think it's fair to say has got quite a mixed oeuvre when it comes to films, right? You know, his breakout film, his first full-length kind of big-budget film was, well, not big budget, but was The Sixth Sense, and then Unbreakable, Signs. You know, it was a really strong opening to his career. And then he had films like The Village, The Lady in the Water, After Earth, I think it was called, with Will Smith and Jaden Smith, and of course Avatar: The Last Airbender, the other Avatar film that no one talks about for obvious reasons. And that's just some of his films, loads of stuff not even thought about. But he is, I think it's fair to say, a mixed director. You know, some of those films are classics, others forgettable. And so it'll be interesting to see where this one lies. The last film I saw of his was The Cabin in the Woods. No, Knock at the Cabin. Cabin in the Woods is a different film. Both set in cabins though, which I actually quite enjoyed. So when I saw this trailer, I was interested. Thought it looked good. Stars Josh Hartnett, who again had a mixed Hollywood career. He was a teen heartthrob for a few years and then kind of disappeared for a while, and has made more of a kind of resurgence in later years with appearances in things like The Bear. And I don't want to say too much, but I mean, if you've seen the trailer, the kind of twist you expect in a Shyamalan film is kind of in the trailer. So I wonder what else is set out for us, if there's going to be any more twists, if that is just the only twist. But it looks interesting, and I'll give you my thoughts on Trap after I've seen it, which will be about now. Man, it's only 8 o'clock and already it's getting dark. Summer is seemingly closing in on itself, which is weird because it's still ridiculously hot. In fact, it's been hotter the last week and most of the summer. Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about Trap. And I would say Trap is an apt name for the film because you do feel a bit trapped watching it. The trailer, if you've seen the trailer, actually doesn't give too much of the film away, in a weird way. And what I mean by that is, it's probably about the first third of the film that you kind of see in that. The problem is when it deviates away from the trailer, and it took some very interesting twists and turns, not Shyamalan twists, I'm talking just twists and turns in how the story was going. And I don't think it really worked. It didn't work for me. I went and saw it with a pal of mine, Phil, who will be watching us. Hi, Phil. Thank you for the company, and more importantly, the drink. But it's got a lot of weird plot decisions in it. Weird things that happen, like leaving halfway through the concert to go get some more food. Who does that? Very strange. And Josh Hartnett is great. He's really good. He plays a complex and interesting character, and you know, I think it's a good performance from him. and it's really the only great performance in the film. Hayley Mills is in the film. I feel like she was channeling Donald Pleasance in Halloween in how she was doing her role. But yeah, a lot of it felt a bit underbaked, is how I felt leaving it, and just contemplating some weird decisions. That said, you know, it wasn't a terrible film. It just wasn't, for me, as enjoyable as Knock at the Cabin. It felt weirdly paced as well. It's not a long film, but I felt at times it did drag a little bit. That's just my own personal take on it. You might not feel the same way, but I was kind of like, oh God, how long have we got left? Because it just seemed to be like crawling at times. But you know, it's not a terrible film, and you know, I would definitely say it's worth a watch. Is it worth a watch at the cinema? And that's where I have to say no. I don't think it does warrant a trip to the cinema. It'll be enjoyable enough at home without losing anything. Yeah, it's a fine film. Did I enjoy it more than Borderlands, which was the last film I saw? Yeah, but not by a huge amount. They're very close. I think I'm going to give Trap a 5 out of 10. You know, it was entertaining enough, but there was just a lot of things that I wasn't keen on that brings that score down and left me overall unsatisfied. Very much a McDonald's type of film. You know, it's quite nice when you're consuming it, but then afterwards you don't feel so good. That's kind of how I felt with this. Like, it could have been much more, I feel, than it was. I think there was a really interesting premise in there, and I just don't think they stuck it. Never mind M Night Shyamalan. I'm sure there'll be another one for you. But until then, because I'm not sure what the next film is, there's a few things coming out. So I'll try it again for the Crow reboot, which I'm not looking forward to, but I'm going to go and see, of course. Well, probably. Alien Romulus is coming out, and Blink Twice is coming out soon as well, which I'm looking forward to. So yeah, we'll see how those films go. They'll probably be the next lot of films that I review as they come out. But if you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe. My food videos are doing well. Reviews not so much. I'm not going to change tact, but you know, please go and watch the other stuff. And as always, remember, the Flynn lives.